Okie dokes. Hey guys, thanks so much for joining us today. You are in for a treat. We're going to provide you with great information, but let's start with my name. My name is Sofia Moreno, and I'd like to welcome you to Madera Community College and to our Mountain Lion Preview new student welcome. So the goal of Mountain Lion Preview is to provide you, new students, with new student info so that way you start the semester right. And hopefully this isn't news to you, but the semester starts on Monday, right? Monday we are starting. Today we will share like lots of great information because truly we're committed to your success. Your success is our success. We understand that when you succeed, your family succeeds, the community succeeds, Madera as a whole succeeds. And we're here to help you every step of the way. You'll be hearing lots of great information because everyone that's presenting today, they want you to know that they are here for you and that they will help you achieve whatever your educational goal is. So I'm a huge like football fan, and that's probably not a good thing. So the way I looked at today was almost like a game, because if you look at it, we've broken it up into 4 parts, right? So 4 quarters. So during our first quarter, we are going to share student success tips, tips that we think you should know. During the second quarter, Paul Torres will take over and he will share different ways to get involved on our campus. And you'll also hear from current students as well, which is awesome. Third quarter is like all about first downs, right? We're like getting the first down. It's admissions and records, first down, financial aid, first down. So you get to learn in like lightning speed about all of the different departments and programs that we have on our campus. Fourth quarter is a fun quarter because the game's almost over, right? So fourth quarter, we'll put you into breakout rooms so you can learn about guided pathways. And guess what? You log out, game over, we celebrate the win because you will have learned like some amazing things, amazing pieces of information today. I want to let you know that a lot of information is shared. So if it's overwhelming, like no worries. Most of this information can be found in our new student guide and can also be found on our preview website. So I will be dropping our new student guide and a link to our preview website in the chat. And the preview website will include contact information for everyone presenting here. So you can totally, and we encourage you, and there's my phone, reach out to them. So few housekeeping little tidbits. We encourage questions, we do, but we encourage them in the chat. So please utilize the chat. We have someone that's monitoring the chat and will get you answers to your questions. We'd like you to stay on mute just because we want to ensure that everyone who's joining us today is able to hear the information that's being shared. So please be respectful of that and please stay on mute. I also have to remind everybody that we have a new mask mandate. Which means when you come to campus, you must have a mask regardless of your vaccine status. We encourage everyone to get the vaccine, and we'll be holding a vaccine clinic next Tuesday from 9 to 1. We encourage you to check your student email because information will be sent to you there. So now I'd like to introduce the Madera Community College, our president and Seattle Seahawks fan, unfortunately, right? Dr. Angel Luna.
Yes, thank you, Sophia. And so just to kind of roll with your football theme, so I guess I'm the preseason because we haven't officially started the game. But I do want to welcome everyone. Sophia mentioned my name is Angel Reina. I'm the president of Madera Community College. And it's so nice to see so many different faces and students virtually, but hopefully we'll see you on August 9th and moving forward on our campuses. I shared this story quite often because I was here last fall, right before the beginning of fall semester, and I had the privilege of being able to come to my office whenever I needed to or wanted to. And Madera Community College felt like it was an abandoned place because there were no students here. And so I'm very much looking forward to having you all on campus whenever you need to come on campus, because we wouldn't exist without you. Regardless of the modality of instruction you've selected, whether you're coming hybrid, fully online, face-to-face, as Sophia mentioned, we're here to serve you and the needs that you may have, regardless of how you're taking classes at our institution. One of the other things that I do want to mention as well is, we have this team here to support you, and they're committed to your success. And we want to make sure we establish Madera Community College as a place that's welcoming and it feels like you're home. And that is our goal. It truly is. Because we want to make sure you're comfortable to ask questions, you feel comfortable to engage. Paul, I know Torres is going to talk a lot about student activities. We want you all engaged. We want you to be part of the process with us, and we want to, be able to move the college together with you during that journey. The other thing that I will mention, and I know some other folks will get into other details, but before I get to that, there are a lot of changes that have taken place at Madera Community College in the last year. We have new signage all over campus, and we hope when you come to campus, you're able to see that and appreciate that. Additionally, we have, and I won't go too much into the weeds, but we have $3.4 million that are dedicated specifically to students. So please ask, how can I access those funds? And that's on top of your financial aid, that's on top of scholarships that we've already been working on. So having said that, I won't take too much longer because I know you have 4 quarters and they don't want to go to overtime. So I'm going to leave you there. Welcome once again to Madera Community College, and we're excited to have you to join us for the fall semester. Thank you, Sophia.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And I should have said this before, but we didn't really need to see the Seahawks fan. No, just kidding. We need to see the president. But if you're having trouble viewing us all, because there's a lot of us, on the right side of your Zoom, there's an icon that says view. You can click that and click speaker mode. That way, whoever's speaking, that's the person you will see on your screen. But it's totally up to you. You might want to just flip through all the pages too, so you can get to see faces and all that good stuff. But I just want to let you know that that's there. So now we're getting started. So again, remember the first quarter is all about sharing student success tips. And a huge part of being successful is understanding Canvas. So in case you didn't know, Canvas, it's like Google Classroom. It's your virtual classroom, essentially. It's where all of your classes are. And we are super lucky and super fortunate to have a Madera South grad, current MCC student, Jennifer Hernandez. She's here with us, but she's amazing. And she created a short video that will introduce Canvas to you. So after the video, one of our counselors, Alejandra Martinez, will jump in to share information about a new student app called Starfish. And then we'll wrap up the quarter with STEM counselor Raquel Mendoza, who will share additional student success tips. There you go, Raquel. I see you dancing over there. So give me a second so I can go ahead and share this video with you. Okay, psych, now I'm going to share it. Here we go.
Canvas. First, we're going to search up maderacollege.edu. Then it'll take us to the Madera Community College website. Next, we're going to click on My Portal, which is on the top right. Then we're going to select Sign In. And our username is going to be our college ID number. And for the password, it's going to be the password that we chose after we changed it. If you haven't changed it, make sure to change your password. After logging in, we are at our dashboard, and on the left side, we have our favorite apps. But today, we're going to click on Canvas. This is our actual Canvas. Canvas is used for 100% online and face-to-face classes. Our icons on the left side where we have dashboard, courses, calendar, inbox, and etc. To see your classes, we're going to click on courses. This is where the classes that you are registered. But you won't see your classes until the Friday before the first day of school. Or you may have to wait until the first day of school depending on the professor. We're going to exit out and we are back at our dashboard. At the very top, you will see announcements from different community colleges. For this example, we have a message from Reedley College. It would show the title and more information about in the message. Now, if we scroll down just a little, we are at our dashboard. This is where you could see all the announcements, assignments and homework, tests and exams from all of your classes. It is very important to check your Canvas because it's basically a part of your life as a college student. I hope you found this helpful.
Thanks, Jennifer.
Woo!
I
Yeah,
know, right? It's one of our
Jennifer.
students. Now you have to follow that, Alejandra. Your turn.
I'm not much of a football fan, don't know much, but I know in the last presentation I had a fumble. So I think I'm using the correct terminology.
You are. We're proud of you.
Thank you. So welcome to Starfish. Starfish is a student success platform that helps us create connections between you and the network of resources that we have. Sorry. Through Starfish, you can schedule appointments, see messages sent to you, see contact information, and services available. There's two ways currently to log into Starfish. You can go to our webpage under Starfish for MCC students and click on the Starfish link. Or when you log into Canvas, and Jennifer just shared that video, you're going to use the same login credentials, your student ID number and your password. And once you're in Canvas in your course, you can select the Starfish icon. And soon you'll be able to log in using your app in your favorite apps. Once you log in, you're going to land on your dashboard. In your dashboard, you can view your calendar, notifications, my connections, and my services. In calendar, you'll be able to see any appointments that you schedule and your courses. And by clicking on the icon for an appointment, you'll be able to see the location, especially now that we're moving on campus. So you'll be able to see if your appointment is on campus or Zoom and the link for Zoom. And if you need to cancel your appointment, you can do it from the calendar. In the notification area, this is where you can see tracking items, your instructors letting you know how you're performing in class. It can be in form of a kudos, letting you know, keep up the good work, or an alert that you're missing assignments or missing your class. If you go to the Starfish navigation channel, you have different channels that you can select. One of them is My Success Network. In your Success Network, you are going to be connected to your services. Your major connects you to a pathway service. And from here, you can schedule appointments. If you're part of a success program, for example, EOPS Trio, you'll be able to schedule appointments with your counselors from here. Two new features is the survey Tell Us About Yourself. This helps students that participate will give us information so we can better meet your needs and the resources and information that you need. This survey will only be available for a month. So whenever you have an opportunity, please go in and fill it out. And the new one is request assistance. This is your opportunity to reach out when you need help. You can go to your dashboard and select request assistance, or from your dashboard on the right side corner, select request assistance. You have 15 different tracking items that you can select from. Once you hit request assistance, it takes you to the request assistance channel and you can choose the type of help you need. Depending on the item that you select, some will ask for additional information. For example, this one for tutorial services is requesting that you add the course that you're seeking help for. And in the details, some will ask for how you want to be contacted to receive additional information. These tracking items are going to be seen by campus resources and counselors. That way we can contact you and provide you with the resources and answer any questions that you may have. And next, I'm going to hand it off to Raquel, who has additional tips to share with you.
I like the way you said Raquel. This is Paul.
Awesome. Can you guys see my screen?
Yes.
Awesome. So I'm not a football fan, but I am a football fan. And my team is Real Madrid, if anybody is out there is a soccer fan too. So today, I'm going to be talking to you guys about two other important portals. Jennifer went over Canvas briefly. Alex went over Starfish, which you will be seeing in the My Favorites tab pretty soon as well. But I'm briefly going to go over Web Advisor and your student email. So if you haven't already, you can access these apps through your portal. When you go on our website, as you guys saw, you go on the right-hand side, log in, and you should see these on your home screen, okay? On this actual screen, you also have access to things like campus news, IT help, and really this is your one-stop shop for all of your school information, okay? When you go onto Web Advisor, as all of you should have utilized already, hopefully to register for classes, this is your academic and financial aid page, okay? So this is everything and anything having to do with your personal student account. I got a private message earlier if someone can still change their classes, and absolutely, this is where you would go in, here where it says new student links, or down here under registration, and you can view my class schedule, or you can go back into my cart and add and drop classes this week. So you can still change them up a little bit. Starting next week, you will need an ad code from a professor. So if you want to make any kind of major changes, I would make sure and do them before the school starts next week. Also, if you want information about your financial aid, this is where you can find it. This is one of the biggest questions I get from students is what kind of financial aid am I getting? Or why hasn't my financial aid come in? Well, I encourage all my students, go to your Web Advisor, click on your financial aid award, check to see if you're missing any kind of documents. You can make payments on here. So again, everything and anything having to do with your student account. Most importantly, at least for me as a counselor, is your personal contact information. Because of the modality we are seeing students now, we're doing phone calls and sometimes doing mailers and emails. And really phone is our #1 way of contact with most of you guys. So please, if you have an opportunity, go in here and update your phone number. I often call students and it's mom or dad's cell phone or grandma's cell phone because that's what you used when you were in high school. Most of you have since then maybe gotten your own phone or moved out. So please go in here and update your information. As you get closer to graduation, this is where you'll also apply for graduation, but that's definitely in the future, and we'll go over that with you a little bit once you get closer to that step. Next is your college email. So the first app you guys saw was Canvas, then Web Advisor, and then the second app you see on your portal is Outlook, which is your college student email. What's most important about this is the only way we are going to communicate with you going forward. Although we ask you guys to update your student email on the Web Advisor portion, we're only going to email you through here. And the reason we do that is because this is the only way that we can identify you and make sure that the person we're communicating is with you. So counseling, financial aid, the district, the campus, this is how they're going to send you personalized emails. I want to make sure that if I'm sending an SCP plan about your classes or maybe a class concern, that I'm sending it to you and not some random person. So please check your emails weekly, if not daily, especially as a new student. Financial aid is sending out emails, so you want to make sure you're keeping on top of that. Another big thing why I love Outlook is a lot of companies use Outlook as their company email format. State Center uses it for its employees, so all counseling, financial aid faculty use Outlook. Through my previous employer, I also used Outlook. I would encourage you to get familiar with it. For those of you that don't have a planner, you can use the calendar function. You can do tasks on here. So and you can upload it, as an application on your phone if you have a cell phone. Okay, and then briefly, some other important dates for you guys to keep in mind. So yes, classes start next week. The last day to drop a class for a full refund is the second week of school. So August 20th would be that date. So as I said, you can still add classes on your own on WebAdvisor through this week, but starting next week, you will have to get an ad code. And then after the first 2 weeks, you can still add classes and drop, and you get a refund. After the third week, you can still drop a class, but you may receive a fee for enrolling in classes. So I usually encourage students, if they know they don't want to be in a particular class, to do it before the second week is up. After the third week, you will also you're also eligible to receive a W. Okay, that's a withdrawal. That means instead of getting a letter grade in a class, you'd get a W. You definitely want to have a conversation with a counselor and financial aid if you are seeking a W, but come and talk to us and we can talk about that a little bit more if you're struggling in a class. September 23rd is the SEP deadline. So all of you should have hopefully met with a counselor and gotten classes for your first semester. However, we encourage you guys to come back and meet with a counselor for a full SEP plan where we map out your classes from start to finish. And the other benefit to doing that is if you do it before September 23rd, you get priority registration, which means you get to register before other students, okay, who haven't already done this. November 11th is Veterans Day, so it is a holiday. November 25th and 26th, you get a Thanksgiving break. And then December 6th through the 10th is finals week, so there are no classes held. But you will have finals on that particular week. So you still have school per se, but you're not meeting. And we do know that there's a lot of different modalities that students are taking classes this past year and this next semester. So we are definitely offering a lot more classes on campus, which is creating a little bit of a confusion for some students in the way that they're seeing their schedule. So we have, for online classes, we have synchronous and asynchronous courses. Synchronous means that your professor has Zoom time. So you will not be meeting in person, but they do have Zoom time. So if you look down here, this class, English 1A with the 79626, it's 100% online, but the professor will require Zoom time Monday, Wednesday, Friday from 8 to 9, 10 in the morning. And on the right-hand side, you'll see where it says synchronous. Asynchronous, which is also 100% online, means that it does not have Zoom time. So although it says internet days to be announced, there is no Zoom time. So nothing's really going to be announced other than you have to go onto your Canvas and log in and see your assignments there. Okay. For in-person, we also have regular in-person classes. So for example, here, the location is Madera Community College. So a student will be going to the campus. Their lecture is Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 8 to 9. But we also have hybrid classes, okay? So that means that the professor will be doing some online coursework, but they do have lecture Thursdays, 8 to 9:50. So I would encourage all of you, if you haven't done so already, to go back into your web advisor and click on my class schedule, and you can see what type of schedule you are going to have for the fall. Okay. And then lastly, I do want to let you all know that there is free parking this semester. We're not going to be requiring students to get a parking pass, so you can absolutely park as long as you'd like. And I also want to encourage you guys to join a club. As I myself joined a club when I was in college, and it made the world of difference. We find that students who join a club or organization and are involved tend to have a higher success rate. And with that, I will hand it over to Paul.
Thanks, Raquel. What club did you join? Was it like a knitting club? What was it?
No, I actually joined a sorority. It was a Latina
Oh.
sorority, Lambda Theta Alpha, which I loved.
All right. Thank you guys for joining today. Man, I think we beat earlier's record. We have a record crowd today. So thank you guys for being here. My name is Paul Torres. I work in the student activities office. And my role is kind of threefold. I help with student activities, which we'll be talking about shortly. I help with our student leaders on our campus, student government. So we'll be introducing your executive officers shortly, and then also over our food pantry. So many different ways to get involved, but I don't want you guys just to hear from me. I want to call out some students that I've invited to be here. I'm just going to quickly say their names and then jump around a bit. So I want to first introduce to you your student body president, Mr. Jonathan Stormer. Jonathan, you around today?
Yes, sir.
All right, what would you like to tell these beautiful people watching you?
I want to let them know it's going to be a great semester. I can't wait to meet you all. Welcome.
Thank you, sir. Jonathan is probably one of the hardest, and I'm not joking on this. He's worked very hard to be your student body representative and your president, and he just loves it. He loves being the voice for the students and running our meetings efficiently. He's just awesome. Secondly, though, keeping on that student government theme and your student leaders, I'd like to next introduce your student body trustee, Nikki Medina.
Hi, everyone. I'm Nikki. I'm your student body trustee. I just wanted to tell you guys that getting involved is a lot more than just, showing up and being there. It takes effort, and getting involved like helps out big time when it comes to being successful, because the more you get involved, the more people you meet, the easier it is to segue into other things and career paths that you actually want to do. So like a quick, when I got here on campus, I wasn't really sure what I wanted to do. I just knew I wanted to get some type of degree. I started off being the mascot.
Yeah.
And then I started doing other stuff. I got involved in student activities, and now I represent the entire community college district as the student trustee. So if I can do it, literally anybody can do it. You just have to be focused, and you have to really want to succeed. And it's not very difficult. You don't have to constantly be talking to admins. There's students like us that are there who maybe can relate a little bit more, relate on a more personal level, and don't be afraid to reach out to us. I see a lot of people who are part of ASG in the meeting right now. We're always here. We're your students, so we have you just as much as the admin does. Thanks.
Thank you, student body trustee. And speaking of other student government leaders or student leaders, Bianca, I'm going to pick on you a little bit. Why did you join the student government?
I've always wanted to be a part of something, especially in school. And at first it was just curiosity, but I benefited so much from it and decided that I wanted to help others, just like as I was being helped. So that's why I joined.
Thank you for sharing that. So speaking of the benefits of getting involved, next person I'm going to bring up was basically started a club here on campus. She saw a lack of something, and she was passionate about her art And now I just want to talk to Alexis Luna about the benefits of just getting involved. She's a student now at Fresno State. So I'm going to let her have the floor for a little bit.
Thank you so much, Paul. So good evening. My name is Alexis Luna. I'm a Madera Community College alumni. Now I'm a Fresno State student, and now I'm a student coordinator at Fresno State's Cross-Cultural and Gender Center for American Indian Programs and Services. So I was asked to speak on the importance of being involved on campus and how it's helped me transferred onto Fresno State. In regards to transferring to Fresno State, I still feel very new, even with my involvement on the community college. I mean, I was the first ever in my family to step foot on a university, but because of my previous involvement on campus, it gave me that confidence to ask questions, to navigate the Fresno State campus. And I felt that the journey of this position that I have now at Fresno State, it started with a question during dog days. There's new student orientation. Being involved on campus has opened many doors for me professionally and personally. And it started with having great leaders and mentors that I found here at Madera Community College. So I'm forever grateful for the supervisors and the peers that put me out of my comfort zone and believed in my abilities. And I found that here at Madera Community College, and those people helped me, and they also help others and build each other up. So I could tell you my high school me would never see myself right here speaking. But after my positions at Madera Community College as a student ambassador and a student aide for Paul, it really helped develop my skills and it made it more possible. And now as a student coordinator at Fresno State, I'm emceeing events, I'm organizing events, I'm training the professors and professionals on how to be more cultural competent. And this is me as a student from Madera Community College. So I just want to close my statement, and I would like to thank Paul and Madera Community College for inviting me. And I would like to remind the students that community college gives us the tools and helps build our skills. But it's the responsibility of no one but ourselves to decide what we do with those tools. So thank you, Paul, for inviting me.
Man, drop the mic. We can all, let's all go home right now. We can all go home right now. No, I appreciate those words. I think, well said, Luna. We just care for you guys. We care for you guys as students. You're in the right place. There's plenty of opportunity to get involved, whether it be in our student pantry. I'll talk a little bit about that really quick. We have our food pantry available to all students. It's free of charge. Just come on through. We are located in room R1B, and the hours of operation are Monday through Thursday, 10 to 2 as of right now in person. And then my information will be on our website. But right next to our pantry is our tutorial services. And that just kind of reminds me of a student, Anthony. Anthony, are you around, sir? Awesome. I want to just ask you a question, like, how has our tutorial services helped you kind of navigate through the whole student, as a student?
Well, of course, as a student, I knew I could always go there and get help with a particular problem or a process that I didn't understand. And they can always help me understand the material. But the biggest thing that I took away from the academic success centers is learning how to become a better student in general, and being able to learn how to work independently. And really, that's the ultimate goal of tutoring is to equip the students with the tools that they need to be successful, on their own. So, in high school, I barely graduated. I was getting failing grades, and in college, I was struggling because I didn't have good grades growing up. But I quickly learned, the skill set that's needed to be a successful student. The time management, the organization, the diligence, the perseverance, and the academic success centers definitely came through for me in that aspect of being a student. So
thank you, sir. I was enjoying your music in the background. Were you at a pool party or what?
No, I'm actually here at Starbucks studying.
Oh, love it.
I'm studying ahead of time. Like I'm preparing for my
Good tip.
my next semester, and I cannot study at home sometimes. It's too distracting. So that's another thing. You got to eliminate distractions. But this music's a little distracting as well. So.
No, good tip, sir. Thank you very much. And then I will close with this, a few tips, guys. Our cafeteria hours of operation, we are having a cafeteria open up. It's on our campus Monday through Thursday, 7:30 to 1 p.m. If you have later classes, you're more than welcome to visit our food pantry. And then also we do have an ATM machine on campus. It is EECU. So that's all I got. I'll turn it back to the hostess with the mostest, and then she can point you guys in the right direction. Thank you, guys.
So thank you guys so much. Little halftime, take a deep breath. This has been a lot of info. And just a reminder, this information can be found on our new student handbook, which I've been posting in the chat, and also on our preview website, which I've also been dropping the link to. So remember I said third quarter was all about first downs, right? It's quick, bam, 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 bam. We're going to learn about the different departments and programs on our campus. Remember, contact information is on our website, and I'll continue to post it. So now let us get started with is admissions and records. And I don't know if Maria is here, Maria Trujillo, or Jonathan. Do we get you instead?
Yeah, you got me instead.
Even better, we get the manager. So now we have Jonathan Miranda.
Thank you, Sophia. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Madera. We're happy to have you join our family. Welcome home, right? Because you're home now. I am the admissions and records and financial aid manager here in Madera. And, you know, like myself, my team is at your disposal to make sure that you're successful and you're starting the semester on the right foot. To talk a little bit about admissions and records, we offer a myriad of services to all our students. We help you with adding and dropping classes, payments. So if you have to pay fees, you can come to our office on campus and you know, you can pay in cash, check, credit card. You can also go on WebAdvisor, that system that Raquel was showing you to make payments. On WebAdvisor also, that's where you can add your classes, register for classes, but you can also come down to our office and we'll be more than happy to help you. If you have to complete petitions, you'll be coming down to our office. And there's petitions for a whole bunch of different reasons. If you want to take more than the usual, you know, unit load, because you're an overachiever and you want to get out of here and transfer to a four-year college as fast as possible, there's a petition for that. So our office, again, is available to help you with that. If you need to update your personal information, you can come down to our office. If you have issues with residency, you need to update your residency. If you're an AB 540 student and need to update your AB 540 residency status, you'll come and do that in our office as well. Ordering transcripts, anything that has to do with transcripts, that's our office, and we'll be more than happy to help you with that. And when the time comes, we'll be issuing your diplomas and certificates, evaluating your transcripts, making sure that you're ready to graduate from Madera when the time comes. So that's pretty much admissions and records in a nutshell. I want to echo what Sophia was saying, to please visit the preview website because you'll find that information that I just gave you in the new student guide. And it's very important that you check the important dates link in there because you want to make sure if you need to drop a class, you're doing it in time to get a refund, in time not to, so that you don't get a W on your transcript. That's very important. So yeah, that's admissions and records. I'll go ahead and pass it on to Alejandra Tovar, a remarkable member of our financial aid team here at Madera Community College.
Hi, everyone. My name is Alejandra. I'm a financial aid specialist at financial aid department. Some of the services that we can provide to students is applying for financial aid. So if you don't know how to fill out your FAFSA application or Dream Act application, please stop by our office so that way we can assist you with that. As well as if you have any questions regarding your financial aid, if you don't know what type of aid you qualified, if you received the fee waiver, if you need If there's anything else related to financial aid that you need help with, please visit our office. Some important information that is upcoming is Madera is there, it's own college now. So we are just waiting for our school code to go live. So one of the things that you may want to make sure that you do if you want to have your financial aid process through Madera is make sure that you have a Madera major. And additional information will be sent out to your student email informing you of what are the next steps for financial aid to take to ensure that Madera Community College is processing your financial aid. One of the other stuff is scholarship application. It is going to become available October 1st. That's also when the FAFSA and DREAM Act application become available. So please keep an eye on that. One of the most common questions for students is if they haven't applied for financial aid, if it's too late to apply. It is not too late to apply for the financial aid application. It is still available for you to apply. So if you haven't applied, please make sure you apply. If you need any help, visit our office. Make sure to check your student email account for any updates, information, missing documents, notifications of disbursements, as well as if there's anything else that you need to do. I know many students wonder how are they going to receive their financial aid if you have not signed up for direct deposit. A check will be mailed off to the address on file. So make sure that you check anything that you need to check. If you have any questions, stop by our office so that way we can assist you with anything you may need. And now I'm going to turn it on over to Tracy Mintz from DSPS.
Thank you, Alejandra. My name's Tracy
You're
Mintz.
welcome.
Thank you. I'm the DSPNS Counselor Coordinator for Madera Community College. DSPNS, for those of you who don't know, stands for Disabled Students Programs and Services. Our department provides disability counseling and accommodations to our students with all types of disabilities, physical, psychological, learning disabilities. And our mission really is to make sure that we help eliminate any barriers that they may face on the campus so that they can reach their full potential while they're with us. I interact with all areas of campus, including all the people that you're hearing from now. And really, I just help people navigate the college system. I identify their accommodations for them based on their disability paperwork. And just to give you an idea, a common accommodation that people use is testing outside the classroom in our testing center. And sometimes with extended time, we also have note takers for in class. We have mobility carts for people that have mobility issues. So we have a wide range of accommodations that we provide depending on what's going on. Our department provides kind of a one-stop shop. We do the disability counseling, but we also do the academic counseling and advising. And so that's something we can offer and just do all of that for our students at once so they can get all of their services in one stop. We also have a learning disability specialist for people who want to be tested, who suspect that they may have a learning disability. And so she meets with them and does testing. She also works on learning strategies and organizing information and works with the tutors as well. So if you're interested in disability services or you think you may qualify, you can contact us directly and we'll schedule an appointment. And for now, I'm going to pass it on to Shelly Renberg, our campus nurse.
Thanks, Tracy. Hi, everyone. My name is Shelly Renberg, and I'm the Madera Community College campus nurse. I'm available Monday through Friday from 8 to 4:30. I'm located in a portable in the back of the campus, portable R6B. In addition to me, we also have a psychological services provider, and her name is Dr. Navarro. She's also available Monday through Friday, and her office is in the Academic Village building on the first floor. Once you've paid your health fee, you're going to be able to get a lot of free services from both me and Dr. Navarro. So just to name a few, you can get a free flu shot in the fall once the vaccine becomes available, and that's usually in September. You can get a free RN consult for any health problem you may be having. You can get free pregnancy testing, first aid and emergency care if you get hurt on campus, free condoms, TB skin testing and TB risk assessment, and that's especially important for those students who are going to try and get a job on campus. Any over-the-counter medication like Tylenol and Motrin, referrals to community resources, vision and hearing screening, blood pressure checks, height, weight, diet, and exercise advice, free confidential mental health counseling, and a whole lot more that I don't even have time to say. You can also check out our website for lots of really important information and resources. A few quick words about COVID-19 vaccination. Currently, the vaccine is not required to be on campus, but it is highly encouraged for everyone to get this vaccine. I do not have the COVID-19 vaccination in the health services office, but there are many places you can get it for free in our community. You can get it at any kind of a pharmacy in town like CVS or Rite Aid or Walgreens. You can get it at the Madera County Public Health Department on Sunrise. You can get it at the Darren Camarena Health Center in downtown Madera. And we're trying to host a couple days on campus this month coming up in August where you can get it in room TM11. And I believe the dates are August 10th and August 18th. But check your student email for announcements about that kind of thing. And now I will turn it over to Matthew Kennerly in our tutoring department.
Thank you, Shelley. My name is Matthew Kennerly. I am the Reading and Writing Center Coordinator at Madera Community College, and I'm very happy to be here at the new student orientation to tell you all a little bit about tutorial services on campus. In a nutshell, what we call the Academic Success Centers is actually made up of 3 different services, all of which offer free tutoring, both in person and online, to any student looking to get help in any number of courses. So the first service that we offer is what I'm in charge of, the Reading and Writing Center. And as you might guess, it can help you with reading and writing assignments, not only just in your English classes, but in any course where there's any kind of writing involved. So, maybe you get a prompt and you aren't sure how to get started with your first draft, or maybe you're in a biology course or a nursing course and you're working on a lab report, but you want to make sure your APA and MLA is up to snuff. We can help you with all of that and a lot more. And then there's also what we call the Learning Center, which is home to our Extending the Classroom initiative. And in short, what that means is tutors are not only in the Learning Center hosting dedicated sessions once or twice a week in courses ranging from art to history to psychology, you name it, we probably got a Learning Center tutor in that space. And then they're also in the classroom with you because they've taken the course before, they know the instructor, they know the material, and whether you just need to come in and get brushed up ahead of a test of some kind, or maybe you just want to make sure you understand the concept that happened, that you just covered in class that day. That's what the Learning Center is all about. And then finally, we also have the STEM Center as well, which is primarily dedicated to drop-in tutoring that serves students in a number of science and math-based courses. So if you're anything like me, and maybe you need help, with the quadratic formula, if you're taking any kind of algebra, trigonometry, calculus, physics, anything along those lines, the STEM Center is going to be a place that you're going to want to get very familiar with. And I guess to kind of wrap it up in a nice bow, what I'll say is that we want to help you succeed in the classroom. It's right there in our name. We're all about academic success, and you're part of our learning community now. What me and our tutors at the Academic Success Centers are, we're part of that same learning community too. So if you have any questions, of course, you can double check the chat. You can contact me or our other coordinators anytime. And on that note, I will hand it over to Daisy Ruiz, who will talk a little bit more about career services.
Hi, before Daisy,
Sophia.
Yeah, thank you. So before Daisy goes, before we, hit another person down, I just want to let you guys know that you've heard like amazing information from amazing people, right? We got the money person with Alejandra. So we're all going to be like, Alejandra, where's our money? Right? No, just kidding. But we know we can reach out to her. We got information about health services. Matt's telling us we can get free tutoring. Like I can barely add, right? So all those words he was saying, I was like, I don't know what he's talking about, but it's cool that you guys can go to him and he can tutor you for free so you can excel in your classes. But again, all this information being shared, including hours of operation, and locations, you can find in the student guide and on our preview page. And when you come to campus and you're like, I don't know where to go, reach out to any one of us and we'd be more than happy to walk you to your location. Now we're going to hear from the job person. So now it's Daisy's turn.
All right, everyone. And before I tell you what I do, I want to start with the question and I want you to answer in the chat. So let's see if you can give me the answer I'm looking for. What is one of the most common reasons why students go to college? Put it in the chat. Let me see if I get the answer that I want to see. Anybody? Chat, nothing's coming in. Come on, students, we want to see it. Make more money. I saw it. It was the first thing. That is the number one, well, not the number one, but one of the top reasons why students go to college, to get a good paying job. And so my job is to help you get that. So as a job developer, I help you with the job search, resume writing, preparing for interviews. So if you have no idea where to start this job search, come and see me. My job is to help you and guide you through that process. And don't make the mistake that I did. I only planned, well, I need to go to school, and yeah, eventually I'll get a job. And I didn't plan for that job once I graduated. So I graduated and I was like, I have no idea where to start. So plan early. There's internships. There's a number of things that you can do to be ready once you graduate. Don't put it off till the last minute. Our office is located in the Career and Transfer Center. All of our contact information can be found in the link that Sophia is sharing in the handbook. But I share an office with our college career and transfer counselor. And so if you have no idea what you want to major in, Karen Kwan is our counselor that can guide you through that process. And she can also help you with the transfer process. So visit our office. We have a lot of good resources. And again, as it was mentioned here, at no additional cost to you. So many people charge for these services outside of our campus, but you can get them at no cost there. So I look forward to seeing you. I wish you a great fall semester, and we're so excited to have you be part of the Madera Community College family. Thank you, and I'm gonna hand it over to Denise Garza.
Hello, I'm Denise Garza. I'm a counselor for the EOPS program. We're talking about free stuff. So the program for EOPS is definitely somewhere where you want to be in. You do have to apply. We have openings every semester. Applications open every semester. They're open now. So definitely apply for the program to see if you qualify. So the services that we provide is the book vouchers. So you don't have to worry about paying for your books. Well, most of the time, if we have a good funding, then you can almost get all your books with the book voucher. We also have grants that we give our students. We also have, we help assist with your applications. You come and see me 3 times a semester. We look at your ed plan. If you're undecided, I give you some resources that you can go over. We have a discussion and we're like, okay, maybe you're not sure what you want to do because, that's a big deal to get a career and start, working on towards a career. And what if you're in the middle of it and you don't know, so we'll have that discussion. We could always change things. So our program only sees our students. And so the benefit of that is that say, general counseling is packed and you can't get in, well, it's most likely you might be able to see us because 1, you need to see us 3 times a semester. And 2, we only see our population of students. Another thing we do that I really like is that we have field trips. So sometimes we'll go on to CSUs, local CSUs, or UCs. I've had students say, oh my God, this is the college I want to go to because they like the environment, they like the buildings, they see like the people, the population, and they feel like welcome, like that's their, what they feel like going into. And then we look at, what they offer. And then I help you guys navigate through the system, the Madera, so you guys can transfer. Another thing that we do is we give priority registration. So you got first dibs on the classes, and that's very important, especially if someone says, hey, you should take so-and-so for English. Well, you got priority registration, you're gonna wanna hurry up and use it and get into that class before it gets filled, because that happens too. Another program that we have embedded into the EOPS, it's called CARE, and that's additional services. So it's like a meal card for the cafeteria for single parents. So if you're a single mom, a single parent receiving cash aid, not only, and you qualify for EOPS, but you have additional services that we provide. So we give a lot of free stuff. So it's, definitely a great program for students. And we also cover any dreamers. So if you're a dreamer and you apply for your Dream Act, then you also can get your books covered. So you don't have to worry about purchasing your books. So apply for our program. And I'm also part of CalWorks, which is a separate county program. That one usually, if you're receiving cachet for yourself and your child, if you know someone and they're coming to school, the county usually refers them. But for EOPS, apply.
And now we'll turn it over to Marisa, who has more great information. For any parents that we have out there, you're going to want to push your kids towards Denise and Marisa. So here's some amazing info from Marisa.
Thank you for the parent plug. Appreciate it. Hi guys, my name is Marisa Mcbride and I am the Student Support Services SSS Trio Counselor. So Trio is a phenomenal program for our students. We focus on serving first generation college students, students that are low income, and or students that have a disability. And we're also focused on helping students who speak another language in the home other than English. Some students sometimes are stumped about what a first generation college student is, or if they represent the first generation college student community. And just to kind of take a moment to define that, a first generation college student is a student whose parents have not earned a bachelor's degree. So if your parent is also in college at the same time, you are still considered first generation. If your older sister has earned a degree in college, even a bachelor's degree, you are actually still considered a first generation college student because your generation is the first to attend college. So that's a really special population, and it's a large population at Madera Community College. So back to some more details about the SSS program. Our program is specialized in giving our students a lot of attention, and I'm able to do that myself alongside our other counselor named Elizabeth Lowell. We are able to give our students priority registration, so they have one of the earliest days to register. We have very personalized academic advising. I monitor my students' progress to their time at Madera Community College every semester to see how close they are to transferring. We also provide hands-on transfer assistance. So we are able to walk through the CSU or UC application page by page with our students. And this last year, I just launched a new program for our students called the Transfer Link, Fresno State Transfer Link. So I had my students that were involved with SSS at Madera Community College meet up and have a welcome at Fresno State with their SSS program. That's another special thing about getting involved with an SSS Trio program is that they are likely at every college. So once you have attended our program, you would likely qualify in that community when you transfer. And I can tell you a little bit more about that, hopefully when we meet. We also offer university campus tours and cultural events. We were doing a lot of field trips before the pandemic, but we have maintained that schedule virtually. And we also have scholarships every semester available just to our students. Our program is capped at 150 students. So again, smaller group of students to compete against to get those scholarships and get that one-on-one undivided attention. I am going to put our application in the chat. I do encourage you to apply, and I will personally follow up with you either way if you do qualify for the program or not. And there was a question, does it count if your parents earned a bachelor's degree in a different country? That's a wonderful question, and a question that we get often. You were actually still considered a first generation college student. Any other questions, put them in the chat, and I'm going to hand it off to Alvarez Torres.
I actually think we're going to hear from our textbook queen and bookstore manager, Rachel. Become her best friend. She knows everything about the books that you need. Rachel.
Hi, everybody. My name is Rachel. I'm actually an alumni. I started here in Madera in 2014 as a student, graduated with my associate's degree. I was working here at the bookstore as a student worker and worked my way up to bookstore manager. So definitely get involved. It does help you in the long run. You can get good reference letters from good instructors and good people on campus if you need those to build your portfolio. Anyway, I work directly with faculty to know what you guys are needing for each of your courses. We've been having a big shift in digital, which is really good. You don't have to carry around and lug around textbooks, but we do have rental options, digital options, new and used books. If you do rent a book, you can still treat it as your own. You can highlight it, write in it. Just don't put any answers into any of the questions that are in the book. And also make sure you have no water damage when you do return it. So those are ways that you can save some money. We also have a lot of Madera gear. So we have shirts and they're not crazy pricey, right? We have 4 different options for $12. Okay, Madera shirts, yes. So come by. We're in the cafeteria, so we are kind of the hangout spot on campus. Everybody comes over here for food. We have a lot of snack options, sodas, things like that. So definitely stop by. If you're lost on campus, I get a lot of students popping in. We can help you also navigate where you need to be, where your classes are if you're lost. We're all here to help you. So even if it takes you a little bit longer, I originally started thinking it's only going to be 2 years for my associates, but it took me 4. So don't worry, it's not a race, but if you guys need help with anything, please reach out. For our Oakhurst students, I will be up there the first Friday of the semester between 10 and 4. So if you need any books, you can email me at 2175mgr@follett.com or call, and I will definitely get those books up there for you. That's all I have, and I'm going to hand it over to Marisol, and thank you so much. You guys have a great night. Thank you for joining us.
Hey, Marisol, as I think she's getting ready. She's going to be providing like advice to any parents that we have here on how to support your child. And again, we're pushing them to Marisa and to Denise anyways, right? But Marisol has some information as well.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, awesome. Thank you. Sorry about that. So yeah, like Sophia mentioned, my name is Marisol. I work in the program called Upward Bound here with Madera Community College. So I work with high school students, and along with that comes working also with parents, right? So with that being said, they've asked me to give some quick tips as to what I've seen that helps parents kind of support their children a little bit more when it comes to this transition. So first and foremost is understanding that it is a big change for students, right? They're coming from either from high school, straight from high school, or maybe coming from the workforce and then coming to get their education. So just understanding that it might take some time to get adjusted to the new schedule, trying to work out their classes, having meetings with these awesome counselors to ensure that they're on track. So just being patient with students, understanding that their schedule is going to change and might not be as available sometimes as they used to be, right? So just continuing to be that support for them. Also, if your student is applying for financial aid, also being forthcoming with information that they might need for as far as income verifications or any type of paperwork that they might need assistance with from their parents. We often have workshops that are both for parents and students. So being willing to join those workshops to also be informed of the different services that are offered to students. I think that would be great, and your child would greatly appreciate it. And also just kind of encouraging the student to take advantage of the different resources. I know we've mentioned a lot of great things that our campus offers throughout this time. So taking note of those things and encouraging your student to be a part of them, to get involved, to take advantage of the tutorial center, take advantage of these awesome programs that they can qualify for that can make their time here a lot more smooth and ensure they're always on track. And then also encourage them to advocate for themselves. So if they're having any issues, encourage them to speak up and talk to someone about any issues that they might be going through. Again, to ensure that they are having the best time that they can in our campus and are on track always. We do also have, we have a police department within our district. So we do have patrol cars that you're gonna see around campus periodically. I will also put a link to our campus safety website or area on our website in the chat in a little bit, just so that you're aware of that as also, as along with the number. And I know with that also, we've had some questions in earlier sessions about parking. So for the fall, parking, I think we kind of mentioned already, but just remember that we are not going to be needing parking permits. So if you see anyone that doesn't have a permit, don't panic, or if you think you need to purchase anything, don't worry about it. You don't need it for the fall. And then just lastly, to parents, just be there for your student. Just being a listening ear is really, really something that goes a long way for your child, while they're in college and all of these things that are going on, and they're having to kind of always think about and cover and ensure that they're doing. That goes a long way. So just being there, and again, being involved yourself as well when we have events here on campus where you are invited, I think that truly helps students also always remain on track. And with that being said, I will hand it over to Sergio Lemos.
Thank you, Marisol. My name is Sergio Lemos. I'm a counselor at Madera Community College. If we're talking football, we are at the 2-minute warning, so we don't want to go to overtime. So let me talk to you about what Madera Community College is doing to assist students be successful. Aside from EOP, SSS, the tutorial center, the health center, psychological center, the goal of a guided pathways college is to have a college journey for all students be as simple, easy, engaging, and smooth as possible from application to completion. So that is the goal of our community college. And one of the ways we aim to do that is we're going to have students be part of pathways. And Sophia is going to share her screen where we are introducing the 4 pathways or the 4 schools at Madera Community College, very similar to other colleges, universities, UC and CSUs, and very similar to high schools. We're going to have 4 pathways or 4 schools at Madera Community College. Each pathway is going to have a dedicated team of counselors who are going to assist you from your beginning of your college journey to completion. Our first school is the School of Allied Health, Business, and CTE. So if you are majoring in business, manufacturing, welding, want to go into nursing, criminology, child development, Karen Kwan will be the lead for this pathway. The second pathway is the School of Arts and Humanities, American Sign Language, if you want to go into teaching, English as a second language, Spanish and English. I will be the lead for this pathway along with other 2 counselors. Our third pathway is the School of Social Sciences. It's one of our most popular. You'll find social work, sociology, speech language pathology, human services, history, and communication, just to name a few. And our fourth pathway, well, the School of Social Sciences, the lead is going to be Alejandra Martinez. And the last school at Madera is the School of STEM, Science, Technology, Engineering, and Math, Biology, Chemistry, Computer Science, Engineering. So the 4 pathways as of today. It is possible that as we grow as a college, we might be adding additional programs, but these are the 4 pathways that be entering at the college. Now we're going to break out into 4 different breakout rooms. And each breakout room is going to have a different pathway. So look at the breakout rooms under more at the bottom right-hand side. Look at the pathway name. Select the pathway that you feel best aligns with your goal. Once you join the breakout room, we're going to have a brief 15-minute presentation where you are going to have the opportunity to meet the pathway counselors, and we'll talk to you on how to communicate with and how to make an appointment with your counselor.
And just a reminder, open the breakout room, scroll down, join a school that you're interested in. After that, game over, go celebrate, successful win, tons of info. But when you're done in the breakout room, you don't have to come back into the main room. You can just, again, celebrate the W, enjoy your evening, and we will see you guys all either on Zoom or in person on Monday, right? Because that's when the semester starts. So thank you guys so much for spending your evening with us. Go learn about pathways, celebrate the W, and then eat.